Welcome to part three. I'm joined by Andy from Aberdeen. Women love him, men want to be him.
I don't know about that.
I had Max on earlier.
How's he doing?
He's all right. He's training. I forgot who he said with that. He's down Luton. He's renting a gaff in Luton and drives home on a weekend to Scotland.
That's what they used to make Vauxhalls and Luton, wasn't it?
Is it?
I'm sure they did, aye. I'm sure they made Vauxhalls and Luton at one point anyway.
Back in the day.
He might appear back in a Vauxhall Cavalier.
Well, listen, mate. I've had a Cavalier. I've had Vectras, Calibras, Cavaliers. You
I
know,
had a
back
couple of
in the day, they were all right.
aye.
Today, they'd be just bags of shit, wouldn't they?
I had a Cavalier was the last car I had before I had my first Merc 190, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my mate,
Um,
brother had an A-Reg, brand new Cavalier, 1.8 SRI A-Reg, and it went like, because all you've been in up to then in your life were a few Capris, 1.6s and Mark II Escorts. You got in something like that, or his other mate had a GTE, Astra GTE. I think Richard had a GTE on an A-Reg. Oh, back in the day.
it'd be supersonic compared to what had come before.
Oh, I mean, you'd be like buying a Nissan GTR, wouldn't it? Now, if you
Aye,
drive an Astra GTE 40 years ago, wasn't it?
I know.
Remember it?
Smart car.
Remember the digital one? It was 126, 0 to 68.1, and everybody were like, "Wow, look at that!"
One of the quickest cars I had a run way back then, my journeyman in the garage, he had a Talbot Sunbeam Lotus, a Lotus Sunbeam. It was rapid, for a,
Yeah, they are then.
they were quick. Like, there was no waiting them, they were really fast.
That'd have been in 80s, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think they were maybe 150, 160 horsepower, and rear wheel drive as well. But I remember getting a shot at GTE Astra, the first of the red top 16 valve. That was a quick car.
Oh, the A-Reg.
Probably a G Reg, I think it was. G
Oh,
Reg, an
yeah.
F or a G, I think it was. Same
Oh,
shape
yeah,
as.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, my
Yeah,
mate had one of them up here. Yeah, that were, I think it was GTE.
the 16 valve. That was a quick car.
Well,
2 litre.
engines were the same. It was just you're paying for refinement, whether it an SRI, a GE, or a GLI. It's all an
Mhm.
1800i in it, straight double
Uh,
overhead cam in it, 16 valve knackers in it.
but the later ones with digital dash, they were at
Oh,
first of them
mega money.
0.8. That was a 2 litre 16 valve. I think it's actually a Cosworth developed engine.
Yeah.
They did the cylinder head for them, I think, if I remember right.
They were quite advanced, that Mark II, wasn't it?
Ah, yeah.
Quite
I had
advanced.
a I had a 1.4L.
I've had plenty of them. Listen, mate, I used to go get a G off at from Wreckers and stick the G before L. If anybody said, "So that's an L, that's an I upgraded it, piss off. It's a GL now. And next week I'll go stick an S and it'll be a GLS. Big one. I want to
Or a
put
C.
3 litre on back of it and it's a 1.3. I will. Just put 3 in front at one. It's a 3.1. Piss off.
Get a senator badge off it. 3
No,
litres
none of that.
CDI.
It's got Weller wheels on it. Jog on. But don't you know what you're on with?
Ah,
Just come back. Somebody's not tweeted, text in, and saying that I was a bit harsh on him the other day, and that Billy is taking job serious at the moment. And so, well, okay then. But Billy said he will fight in December. Eddie and Frank said that. When our January, where is he? Hey, like I said before, and I'll say it again. When you were piping up a few months ago, I said to you, leopards in boxing don't change their spots. All right? Has he fought in December? No. Well, you're supposed to come on here, aren't you? Well, you bottled it, aren't you? You know what I mean, Brian? So jog. Some of them, what it is, you see, I'm not right on everything, right? But I'm right on most things. If you want to be right on most things in boxing, it's very, very simple, really. Just don't believe 90% of things you're told. don't believe when people say, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Say, yeah, whatever. And that's it. Don't believe it. All right. But when you've got people in the media putting stuff out that they don't believe, do you mean to tell me Coogan and all them camera jockeys that chase about these airports and chasing about, leaving the families at home, right? Do you think I'd do that? To chase these about, or we're telling lies non-stop, day in, day out to boxing fans? Do you seriously think I'd do that? No. But these that are doing it, they don't even believe it now. But they're doing views, aren't they? And they're getting sponsors. From what? You've got a load of insecure men telling a load of lies, talking about how hard they are and what they've done and they haven't done. And people are sponsoring this shite and they're giving them platforms to go on these platforms and spread utter knackers. It's like, Andy, I've said before and I'll say it again. Once that ice breaks, I'll be waiting. You know what I mean? You want to get
Crocodile.
Right, crocodile. People chatting utter nonsense for the sake of it. So I've made a stand and went at 7th year now. And I'm stronger than ever now.
Yeah. The
office has finished this week.
subscriptions are creeping up, aren't they? So.
Creeping up, yeah, that's the word it is as well. It's been creeping, but no, it's a given, is it? Nobody
It's going the right way though.
It's organic, isn't it? We've done it properly. Hey, listen, I'm in a position if I want to, I can cheat. Well, then what it goes against everything I stand for, doesn't it? That.
Yeah, that's that.
So it's no good me cheating and then somebody saying we're shouting and bawling and you were cheating, you send. Listen, when you've got somebody with 1 million subscribers or getting on for that, and they're averaging less than 30,000 a video, they're cheating.
Yeah.
Or you've got somebody just starting his mind and he don't want to fight all them people in his age group or his weight class in UK because he wants to go fight for millions of pounds. They're cheating. In front of your eyes. You know what I mean? They're all protecting each other. The lot of them are cheating for one thing, all that Essex law. Money. Promoters, fighters, and the media guys down there. Eddie Hills, Coogan Cassius, Conor Ben. Nobody believes the word any of you lot say anymore. Nobody believes it. But nobody's in your face because they want to get themselves out there. But once you've gone and pissed off with your camera, people are like, what a prick. First time I've ever seen him not hanging out the back of Eddie Hills. That's what people say. They don't respect them. They need them. It's a needy sport. People are not respected in this sport. They can be respected for what they've done in ring. Other than that, there's no respect for people in this sport. I see a lot of people sticking knives on people. I see people palling people up and saying they're the pals, and then they go behind the back. I see it every day. Every single day, mate.
They're just cheating themselves as well. How can they've not been true to themselves? How can they live like? How can they sleep at night when they're being like that? It's just.
Same goes for that. Who is it? That Paul Pogba footballer. He's a cheat. Has he been jogged on?
Oh, I don't know.
He's failed the doping test. Somebody told me he should be jogged on. Doping. Done. If we ain't got clean athletes, what have we got? Everything else
just try and muddy the waters, don't they? It's just can't be true to themselves. It's like a whole load of boys that try and wolf in it, and nobody, like you say, nobody's going to believe anything they say. So they've lost all their respect, self-respect, everything.
What, you mean like Big John Fury making out him and Tyson have fell out, but he's still going to fight? What's all that about? You think Usyk's going to fall for that one, John? Come on, you're going to have to come out with something a bit better. How about just some hard work? Get some hard work put in. Don't be cheating this time. We don't want no performance-enhancing drugs, John. We don't want no cheating or like that. We want a proper fair fight. But stop making out that you're on outside looking in. The born liar. Nobody believes the word you're saying, Big John. But like I said earlier, I think Usyk's bothered about that lot. I'd be training like a Trojan anyway.
He's got the discipline, hasn't he? So I seen that after the Ngannou fight. I watched an interview with with Shane Fury, and he said he was going to be taking control of the camp, and there'd be no media bullshit or anything like that. So I don't know if is that. Do you know if that's the case?
Yeah, probably. He's probably more stronger-willed than others, and Tyson would probably be more comfortable around him than other one, wouldn't he? Because you don't know what the other one's going to do. Because out of respect, they don't answer him back, do they? All right, they let him have his say in that. You know, when he goes
Yeah.
ranting off and that, nobody ever speaks over him. Yeah, if it were my dad, I'd see you pipe down, showing me up. He would say that to me, or my mum would. You know, when I was a kid. Whenever my mum
Yeah.
used to take me anywhere, mate. And they'll send KFC the lot. She said, "Don't you show me up in here, you." I said, "All right." She said, and that's before we start. That's before we got out of the car. I'm thinking, if my dad piped up like John Fury did, I'd say, "Here, pipe down, show me up." It's about me. That's what I'd say. But there's nobody going to do that, is there? So it looks like they've let him down gently. Probably be, listen, you stay in UK, Dad, and we'll plot. We'll plot to bring Usyk down, making out that I'm not training right and notes getting done right. So Usyk, in his stupidness, eases up in camp. Come on, what do you think,
No
Usyk?
chance.
Not a chance in hell. He's heard it all before. He's not going to want to be one of them guys that gets beat because he took his foot down off accelerator when he were close to winning, and he's going to sit at home and stew over it for years and years. No, they are too regimented. All that lot are from all that era. They're all regimented.
And they've got superior mental strength. There's nobody's phasing
See
Usyk,
them
is it?
training sessions on that YouTube. What their boxing program is for amateurs. What running in snow barefoot across fields for like an hour barefoot and freezing icy snow. 30 minutes one way and 30 back, and then jumping in a fish pond, icy fish pond. Oh, then you can have your hot shower. What is all that about?
It's on another level. There's nobody in this country doing stuff like they're doing, is there? I don't
Hey,
believe it. I don't believe anybody in this country does what they do.
no, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've heard stories from people who were in England team, and they were a tournament, and they were all there. Macklin, a lot of them, all young lads. Lomachenko, all British lads were there. And when he come out to go on pads and bag and speedball and that, everybody went and watched. All of them, all EIS lad. All wait, one EIS then it was. Terry Edwards lot, wasn't it? All them lot. I think it was them lot then, yeah. So you know, along Lomachenko, you know, and all them lot.
Yeah.
They were good then. People were saying he were going to win gold. And first one, he went back 4 years later and won it again, didn't he?
Hmm. I thought he beat Haney, Lomachenko in that last fight.
I did, but
Didn't
they're
get a decision.
never going to give him it, well, they? Because saying it's next big thing, isn't it? To beat Haney
Ah,
now, you've got to knock him out.
Can't stop him, eh?
He's not there to be hit, is he?
No.
He's like a Stevenson, Andre Ward type, isn't he? They're going to be hard to nail, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, Shaka Stevenson's hard to nail, isn't he? Have you noticed?
Yeah. It's maybe why I thought Kovalev beat Andre Ward. Or you could have given him a decision the first fight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did he hit Kovalev low, if I remember right, as well, didn't he? Ward, but it was all set up for him to win, wasn't it?
Kovalev, sorry, Ward hit Kovalev low, didn't it, in the
Yeah.
second. And in the
Did he give?
first fight, I thought he won the first fight, Kovalev.
Nah, I liked Kovalev. I thought he was a brilliant fighter. Yeah. I think the first time I seen him was against Nathan Cleverly. It was the look on Cleverly's face at the end of the first round, walking back to the corner. It's like, fuck hell, what's this I've got in front of me?
Well, the Ward Kovalev one were a bit different, really. Terry thinks that Ward won the first one, but you couldn't really separate them. They won 6 rounds each in first one, but Kovalev had the knockdown, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
I thought. But I did like Kovalev. I thought he was a good fighter. He was a
yeah.
no nonsense guy. He was.
In the second one, he were winning the second one, and then he got hit in nuts, didn't he? Twice.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the ref let him away with it.
the referee did nothing because it's an hometown ref against a foreign dude, isn't it? That's what's gone on. And you're not going to
Yeah,
get
just
down.
wrong. Isn't
Yeah, wrong on a massive scale,
it?
mate.
Always leaves a bad taste in the mouth when you get something like that happening. It's just
Bad taste in your mouth.
unsatis-
Huh?
unsatisfactory ending. An unsatisfactory ending to a fight. It's, big anticlimax, isn't it? When you've been expecting something special, it's just
It were very unsatisfactory. Do you know what's your greatest fight that you ever watch, Andy, right? You know, when you're having a shit day and you think, do you know what, I'm going to put a right good fight on even though you know what happens in the fight, you just want to watch it. Do you ever have fight nights like that?
I used to love the Rumble in the Jungle. I used to watch it loads, but sometimes I'll watch Bo Galata, both their fights, because they were just mental, I still can't believe Galata just threw it all away, just the low blows, I thought he could have been, if he'd more discipline, he could have been a world champion, Galata. I thought he was, but then Lewis put him in his place, didn't he? Lennox Lewis. I like Lennox Lewis, Ray Mercer. I do like that fight. That's a good fight. And or Ward, any of the Ward Gatti fights is good. Or Barrera Morales, they were good fights too, weren't
Oh, why do you think Naz never fought Morales?
they? I think Morales would have beaten him.
Well,
I thought Naz was brilliant at the time, but I think Morales was. He was a good fighter, Morales, wasn't he? I thought. I who won the first Barrera Morales fight? Whoever won it, I thought it should have been another way about. The Did Morales win the first one, and I thought Barrera won it? I'm trying to remember. I'd have to watch it again. There was close fights, weren't
you know, when you look at Naz's CV, though, which fight jumps out at you more than anything?
there? First one he beat Steve Robinson, didn't he? That was his first title win, wasn't it? He's coming up with weight to do that as well, wasn't he? Steve Robinson, he was an overachiever, wasn't he? He did well. He had a lot of losses before he won the world title, didn't
Yeah,
he? Who the other ones, the big ones that he won? Tom Boom Boom Johnson, maybe?
that's a good one, Tom
Is that a
Boom
decent
Johnson. Yeah, but he
one?
comes short against Pereira, doesn't he?
Yeah. Kevin Kelly fight, that was a good fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, you like
He
that
was
one.
past his best, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, that one I like, the Kevin Kelly one. Yeah, the 7 drop downs in that, you know,
It was mad, eh?
just a bit, wasn't it?
That was a good toe to toe war, wasn't it? But he was past his best, but then no Kelly, wasn't
Yeah,
he? The Wayne McCulloch fight was a distance fight. There was no knockdowns to that, and that was it. But Wayne McCulloch was a good fighter, wasn't he? He's a tough guy.
listen, you ask Kent about Wayne McCulloch, he knows everything there is to know about Wayne McCulloch, Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How is Kent? Is he coming back on?
yeah, he came on last week, didn't he, Kent? He used to come on 2 or 3 times,
Aye,
but he just comes on a couple now. I think
aye.
he's really busy, Kent. But yeah, he's still.
He's a
He'll
good
be
man.
back. He'll be back this week, Kent. Women love him, men want to be him.
Be back with his box of milk tray for the ladies.
Hey, listen, when Kent goes out on the town, news travels fast, mate. Telling you now, Kent is the man.
He's a top
So
man.
yeah, what do you think to the current situation with Bunce? Do you think Bunce is enjoying it at the moment, or do you think he knows that he's on borrowed time?
I think the last time I seen him interviewed, I thought he looked a bit pissed off,
Uh,
bit,
do
a
you
bit
think
fed up. He
he's
just looks.
do you think Buncey has seen what's happening? You know, with this next gen, it looks to me like the bringing that Dev Sarni out at Wilderness, and you know he's strutting around with microphone, and it looks to me like there's a transitional period, isn't there? Do you think?
They're trying to phase Buncey out. Yeah.
I hope not, but that's how it looks to me. I'm a Bunce fan, aren't I, me? But yeah, I think it looks
He's
more
good. He's always been around, isn't he? He's an old school. He's got the old school
old
connections,
stager.
isn't
No, he's an old stager, isn't he? Yeah.
he? Yeah.
But it'd be interesting if they got rid of Bunce, because I wonder what Buncey would do, because he loves boxing. Buncey, so he got some books out, some right books out. Have you read that book, The Fixer?
I think I haven't then. No, no.
Books,
I'm terrible for reading books.
I think it's called the. Can you? Don't you? Aren't you a bookman, Andy?
Nah, people give me a shot of books, and I never get round to reading them. I just never seem to have the time. I'm terrible for that. I've got a Billy Connolly book that a guy at work's giving me a shot of. It's probably coming up for a year. I keep saying to myself, I need to read it. I'll enjoy it when I do read it, but I went through a phase of reading books like the what do you call King of the Gypsies, the Bartley Gorman book, and like Lenny McLean book, Roy Shaw book, and there was another one, Hard Bastards, I think it was called. I went through a phase of reading. That was years ago. I went through a phase of reading books like that, but I need to get back into it.
First book like that I read, I will have been years ago. I would have been in me. It was Reggie Cray's first book, Reggie Cray, Born Fighter. I read that years ago. Yeah, when I was a young man, yeah. When the book first came out, Reggie Cray, Born Fighter, yeah, that's a good book. That's a good book. But then obviously, I was a little bit put off from when it came out years ago that, you know, fair enough. We know Ron was gay, wasn't he? But Reggie never admitted it. But when it came out and all that, I was a bit disappointed with him. You know, that's how I look at it.
He wasn't what you thought he was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't look at him any different, but I won't look at him as like Jack the Lad, kind of thing. Like I did look at him. But yeah, he was cool. But then after, he suddenly went to being not cool in my eye. But Ron, I was all right, even though he was what he was, but he wasn't hiding it, was he? Anybody in denial?
Yeah.
Like, well, no, just not for me that. But okie dokie, what you want to add, Andy? Who's your fighter at year?
Fighter a year
for all weights, for all weights, and not just England.
Probably I know you. I think he's had a lot of good wins, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I picked earlier with Max. What
Right.
about female?
Female, I like Natasha Jonas is probably my favourite female boxer.
Natasha Jonas, yeah.
Is it? That's you picked as well.
That's what I picked.
Yeah, I like.
Obviously, it's between her and Savannah, who was my favourite female boxer. But that's who I picked.
I think she's a brilliant personality. Natasha Jonas, she's a good personality, and she comes across well.
She comes up. Yeah, she's a people person, isn't she? Yeah, she's. I think she'll do well in media, but yeah, she approaching, is it 40 now? She might not like me saying that, but some of them are 45 at that game, and they go higher, don't they, than that? Some of them are 45, 46, but she's a good fighter. Well, she's a great fighter. She's Olympian. She's had a close fight with Katie Taylor. She's done her best, hasn't she? So she's no stone unturned and got the best out of her career after that early initial loss. Do you remember that? She come back from that, hasn't she? So she's shown adversity, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's stood strong, strong-willed.
I can get behind that. And I know there's other girls in UK that have, what's the word? That have been knocked about and that and come back and won. And good luck to them and that. But I just think that they've come back. Take, for instance, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to name names. Terry Harper came back after a bad knockout. I didn't agree with that because that girl would probably juice him once she had done her. But she came back. And not only came back, but she moved up 3 weight divisions, but 3 or 4. But she did it because she was frightened of that girl, I think. So there's a difference.
Just try to stay out of her way,
Oh no, not because she was frightened of getting hit off anybody. For I'm not getting hit. But why would you move up weight
Yeah.
if you're getting it? So it's got to be that particular girl, hasn't it, why she moved? Because there were a rematch clause. And now if you say no, we can't do a rematch, Eddie must have been like, you what? A rematch? And you're not interested? No. It's craziness, isn't it? It's a rematch. So then they start coming out with all the excuses then about weight and this and that. Look, it probably shook her up, that good hiding.
Yeah.
Dangerous
They
game.
can't really, if they can't prove it was, should really be ruled a no contest, if somebody's been on juice, but if it's not actually been caught at the time.
No, she hadn't been caught, but she was caught after once.
Yes.
Not long after, a few fights down the line or whatever. So the people are saying that he'll probably on juice. Maybe I'm a bit harsh on her there, but
question marks there though, eh? It's like the guy that Crusher Ben beat, was it Chris? Oh, what was his name?
Origoza or something.
He no suggest that he thought Conor Ben seemed too powerful in his fight.
I don't know. He didn't drop him, did he?
Is that the
Chris
one before the one before the drug test came out? Oh, the guy had. Yeah, I'm sure he came out and said something, but that he thought he was punching a lot harder than he should have been, or something like that. But, so I'm sure he said at the time he had some suspicions, but I don't know. Or he maybe thought he was, because they're not all tested, are they? All fights aren't tested, are they?
No, it's like a lottery.
Yeah.
So if you've got 10 fights on and they're all in camp 8 weeks, you might only test 4 of them 20 fighters for them 10 fights. But then 4
Just random, eh?
They'll be on them constantly. They'll say,
Then
right,
you get the drip and tap wandering about these camps, sussing them all out.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. Drip's gone into hiding. I put it on him and I said, Drip, you need to have a pint with pork. Well, there's no more Porky's Corner. He doesn't drink, does he?
Doesn't he drink?
No, he just buys clothes.
Get have a can of juice, eh? Get out of a can of juice for you.
He just goes to Taylor's all day. He's shopping at the Taylor's all day.
He got a new jacket, didn't he? Somebody no give him a jacket.
I got John, with Gary's business partner, got him a jacket. Hey, listen, Tap's not short of dough. He's not short of dough. He's got more dough than me, Tap, which ain't hard. But he's not short of dough.
How's Gary doing? You heard?
I heard he's doing better. He went very well a couple of months ago. I don't know ins and outs of it. I don't see him much, but I hope he's all right. He's a nice fella.
Yeah.
I've more to speak some more to John, his partner, than Gary. But yeah, it's
hopefully he's on the mend, eh?
Yeah, he's had a lot on, hasn't he? Obviously, he's got an ill wife. He has to pay for a carer there all day and night, and he's got 3 or 4 businesses that turn over whatever gazillions or whatever, if you had it all. He got a lot on his plate, and I told him when I first met him, "You got a lot on your plate. You need to rein it in a bit. I won't be like that at that age, mate. If I had this poke, no, I won't be laid on a beach somewhere. Be sat in a coffee shop somewhere, selling carrot cake and latte or something. Make markup in it, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, cafes can make good money.
Coffee don't cost no, does it? Charging people £4 for a bit of water, a bit of coffee in it, £4. Where's the options in that? It's water.
Food and drink, that's where money to be made, eh?
Oh, look at KFC, 1300% markup on food. 1300%. When banks are getting what? Banks are getting 5.1% on mortgages.
Yeah.
Food's doing like 70 times better than a bank. So that's where money is in it. Food and hygiene. But it is what it is. The money's certainly not in boxing media.
No.
But it's enjoyable and a laugh, and sometimes that can mean more.
Laughter's the best medicine, eh? So I always say.
Listen, mate, if I want doing this, what month we're on here? 2nd of Jan. You know that big sheepskin I've got there at that factory? I'd have that on, my big hat. I'd be stood round the fire, you know, that I've lit around some oil bin or something, back of a unit, trying to get warm. Thinking, is this prick going to come and look at this bag of shit I'm selling here that we've just painted? Then I was late. I'd be doing stuff like that and be like, don't do my own heading. I would do my own heading, sat waiting for a phone to ring. But if I can do that, if I can get through that, I can get through anything. I can get through jail, you can get through out, can't you? So this to me, like lottery, winning lottery, innit, doing this. I've got nobody telling me to get up in the morning, have I?
Doing something you love, eh? So that's if your work's something you love, it's not really work, is it? It's just enjoyment.
You know, years ago, I saw a quote from Brendan Engel when I were in prison, and he were coming to the jail that week with all the fighters. He didn't bring Naz that year, but he brung up the rest of them, Horsecock and Ryan Rhodes, all them lot, Pelly Reid, blah, blah, blah. And this Pete Bell showed me this quote from Brendan Engel, and it said something like, if you work for somebody, you're never in control of your own destiny or something. But if you work for yourself, you're in control, aren't you? You're in charge of your own whatever. So it was some quote like that, but worded really good. And I looked at that and I thought, yeah, you know, when you work for somebody, you're at their beck and call, aren't you? And they ring you, you feel like you have to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, who can ring me up and tell me what to do? Nobody.
And
Nobody.
years ago,
Nobody
years
ever.
ago,
Ever.
I used to do like breakdown work in some of the garages I worked in, but just a headache. You had no social life, and when you were doing that, you know, it's just you're waiting on the phone ringing all the time, man.
Yeah, you mean like on recovery?
Then you could be away anywhere, right?
Yeah, but do you know them recovery men? I know loads of them. I've grown up with people that do it now. Do you know when they go out there, private companies? They don't go out there to get you going, get your car going. They're just going out there, the private eye ones, they're just going out there to tow your arm, aren't they? Because that's what
Just going to
they're
recover.
doing. Yeah, if you, I've been brought down many. I told you in that 190, I come back from Newquay, and I had foot at floor for about 3 hours, and it just blew up. Then it rotary arm melted or something. Anyway, come out and that's what you're doing. He said, I'm just going to winch this and that. So don't you think you ought to see if you can get it going first, mate? Well, what do you mean? I said, well, we've rung you here. You're supposed to get it going, or at least have a go. Aren't you supposed to pop bonnet or something and just do something, mate? You know what I mean? Because I just wanted to go because I was rattling my knackers off. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So a tablet's down there in Newquay. I said, get your stuff in car. We'll go in. Oh, no, who's left? Get in that car. Get ready. Strap in. Because I'm not stopping for anybody. Hard shoulder all the way home. Yeah. 3 hour. I got to Blythe and it blew up after just 3 hours. That's a true story, that. True story, that, yeah. Blew it, bro.
Yeah.
They won't even get it going. But they want paying, don't they? They're so there to tow you, not there to get you going. You know what
Get
I mean?
paid on mileage, yeah. Money per mile or whatever.
How it works. Who's your best trainer at year?
Best trainer of the year. Wonder who could be the best trainer of the year. Joe Gallagher for getting himself sorted out in Saudi. He's gone under the radar, isn't he?
Who?
Joe Gallagher for getting himself out in Saudi, and
Yeah.
he's gone about it quietly, isn't he? So I think Shane McGowan's not Shane McGowan, Shane McGowan, because he's dead. He's the man for the Pogues. Shane McGuigan. I think he's a man for the future. I like the
Yeah,
way he goes about
Shane
his business.
yeah, for what Joe G's done. Yeah. I don't think Frank Warren's put the best shows and all the most, but for the actual pulling that Saudi thing off, it looked like he pulled it off more than Eddie Hills did. So we're
Aye.
going to keep Bricktop promoter at the year, Shane trainer, manager at the year's got to be Spencer Brown, hasn't it, for what he's done
Oh,
with he's Tyson Fury and John's manager, isn't he?
yeah.
Going to need some credit for having to put up with them because let's have it right. They're hard work, mate. Look, trust me, they're hard work. But you'd have to put wife at you. You'd have to say Paris, wouldn't you? Putting up with that lot. Jesus. a lot on the plate there. I'll say a prayer for her tonight.
She seems a strong-willed character, doesn't she?
She's from Donny, isn't she? By people from
Is she?
women from Doncaster are strong-willed, aren't they? Yeah.
She's a character herself, eh?
Yeah, she's strong-willed. You'd have to be, wouldn't you, living with that? But okie dokie then. Well, listen, that's about it, really, Andy. Just want to ask you your opinion on Callum Smith BREADCRUMB for this month. Who have you got?
Probably BREADCRUMB around 6 or 7 rounds, maybe.
What about Awara Davis against Baros? I might have that wrong, actually.
Oh, Davis against Baros, maybe. Davis on points, maybe.
Oh, Davis on points, yeah. Yeah, it's Ismael Barrios or Baroso, sorry.
Baroso.
Baroso, yeah. Ismael Baroso. No, I've never been no good with foreign names, but what I can't understand why this is not for a belt. Ain't O'Hara supposed to be going for a belt. It doesn't tell you if there's no belt online. What's going on
Maybe
here?
be a trinket will get dropped in there.
Maybe it's Awara Davis 19 on Boxrec against the guy 118. Now Awara must be just a tick over for him. Gotta be, because he's supposed to be ranked really high, but he's not ranked high on Boxrec, is he?
As I've got new Wi-Fi, so that might improve my mumbling.
Go on then, lad. Do you know what? In his last fight, Awara didn't fight for a belt either.
Right.
12 rounder. But he's not been fighting for belts, has he? Not having to pay your fees. He does right.
Just been ticking over.
When was the last time Awara fought for a belt? Oh, Tyrone McKenna 3.5 years ago. WBC International Light. Super light. That's £140, isn't it? Yeah. Okie doke. Right then, kid. I'll get off. But listen, we've had a good 3 parts, huh?
Yeah.
Andy, you'll have to let me know what the script is for me and Julian popping up for that rally karting.
Yeah, I spoke to my son about that. It's one round about Dumfries. I think it's June. He said, sometime in June.
How far is that from Newcastle?
Dumfries is right. It's on the Scottish borders, so it's about 2 hours from here going down there. So you're probably 2-3 hours for you, I would think. 3 hours probably.
Let me just have a look on it. How far that is Dumfries? Because I've heard of that in that film Porridge.
Remember you saying about that? It's gonna escape to Dumfries or something.
Well, they do a runner, don't they? And he says, "Where are you going?" He says, "We're going to Dumfries." He says, "They'll not think of us going there, will they?" But look how far it is. Oh, 174 miles. That's not bad, is it?
Not bad, 2.5 hours. 2 hours maybe.
4 hours, 211 mile on M6.
211 mile.
Or you could go A66, A1.
Julian's got a fast car, though, you know.
Yeah, he's just faster than mine now. But we'll probably go in this because there'll be loads of them there, won't there? And it'll tickle his ego when he's into all that, innit?
I'll find it more.
Might give me a go in it.
I'll find it more. Actually, I think my son might have messaged me about the details where if I might be able to just find it here. I'm sure he did just recently. Sent me something about all the. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's our guy. Oh, Jim Clark. There's one at Duns in the bar. That'd be a good one, actually. The Jim Clark Reavers Rally. That's the 26th of May. Duns. That's in the Scottish borders as well. Yes.
We'll do that then. It's going to go anyway, Andy. Listen, you take care, mate.
Okay, mate. All the best.
Have a good one. I'll see you, pal.
God bless. All the best. Take care.
All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka. Peace out. Cheers, Andy.